Want to just throw it, hopefully, but okay. A lot of calculated. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I'm cold. It's like 30 something degrees outside. I know I went to the gym, but I'm still cold after showering and stuff. So today's a Thursday. I've been off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. So I have to get caught up on everything that I missed this week so far. I probably need to reboot my computer because nothing looks right. Like, where's my email? Why am I not in my email? I had like over 100 messages in 3 days. I need to update some reports, get that out this morning. I actually need to start get back into working on this analysis for the sales initiative, but I don't know when I'm going to get to that. I need to take a couple hours and go through my emails, go through these Slack messages that I have. So that's what I'm going to take the first hour to do, to get this report updated, make sure other things are updated, and then go through my emails, see what I missed, and hopefully I will eventually get back to this dashboard. And I'll probably listen to this Tableau training, so because I need to continue that. I want to give you guys a review on it, and I'm not even halfway through it. Like, things have been busy. I haven't had time to really take the training, but I'm going to try and listen to it in the background and work on some things, because I'm thinking of doing this new thing on my channel, a Tableau Tuesday, where we work on some Tableau projects together. I think it was Alan requested that we do some Tableau stuff, so that gave me the idea of doing Tableau Tuesday. I don't know if it's going to be every Tuesday that I do it, but whenever I do a Tableau video, I'll post it on a Tuesday. Y'all let me know what you think. Would you be interested in something like that? But it'd be a project that we'd work on together, meaning like I may choose the data, like the data source that we work with, but we'll work in Tableau Public, since that's available to, like, anyone can have it and it's not a paid for service. It's free. Y'all, I need to drink coffee. Like, it's not paid for and free, same thing, but we need to work on that. I need to work on getting that together, and I want us to work on a project together. So I'll pull like a data source, we'll work on it. I'll ask you guys, what do you think we should be calling out? What data do you think like a stakeholder would want to see? Something like that. And we'll work through different things, and hopefully that kind of like, hopefully you guys learn, or even me, I'll learn some new things with Tableau, because I'm not claiming to be an expert in Tableau. It's just something I use at work. I can show what I do know and learn along the way with you guys. So yeah. All right, let's get into this work day. I'm just sitting here stunned, like the amount of things that have changed. Like, they're changing a metric calculation. Like, you just can't make this stuff up. I don't understand. And why won't my headphones connect? Okay, I'm gonna reboot. I gotta reboot. Tired, and I shouldn't be, but I am. That doesn't mean anything to me. All right, so let's address these emails and messages. I'm addressing some Slack messages, and now I need to respond to some emails, and then I need to get working on this Tableau dashboard. Like, I was working on it last night until like 9. I know I shouldn't have been working that late, but trying to figure some things out, and it's just not working out for me. And what I want to do, and what I've been trying to figure out a way to do this properly, is I want to look month over month and show whether or not groups of employees have improved or declined in performance. So I'm trying to figure out a way to do that, but I think I need to go in and modify my code, because I don't think I have all the data points that I need to get that done in Tableau. That's what I was fooling around with, and that's why I was working on it so long last night, because like I was able to see like metric by metric. I'm showing, okay, you were a high performer in this metric. Were you also a high performer? I have it in like a heat map where it's showing like the two different metrics, and it shows whether or not you were a high performer in this metric and a high performer in this metric. But I wanted to show not just a high performer in this metric and a high performer in the next. I wanted to show by month, if that makes sense. And that's what I'm struggling with doing in Tableau. So I'm trying to figure out how I can do that in a month over month view. It may not be in a heat map, but I just need the data to show that. That's what I'm going to be working on today. So you guys I may not be able to check in as often, but I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be working on this Tableau training a little bit more. All right, so let me answer this question that they have about a performance metric and how it's being calculated. So let me respond to that, and I'll check in with you guys in a bit. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I saw that. I'm trying to get an answer because I don't know if they're. Oh, hold on. No, is that the one I responded to? Oh, yeah. I don't. Where are y'all confused that you don't? It's one. Has this happened before? Because I asked about the one above them. Well, I asked in the chat. Hopefully, one of them will respond and let me know. No, I don't. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Today is a rainy and gloomy day outside, so I apologize in advance if the lighting is off or messed up. I'm not going to break out any kind of ring light or anything. I'm just going to go with the mood. Like, I don't want those bright lights in my face. But today we are working on still a Tableau dashboard. So I'm working on actually looking at the performance and results and making sure I'm capturing everything that I think I should be capturing. However, before I get back into working on that, I need to actually go and run some reports. Earlier, I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday of this week, I was in the office and, sorry, they added a meeting to my schedule. It's in 30 minutes and we have okay, so 2 calls have been added to my schedule today. Great. All right. So earlier in the week, I actually need to check in on this and see if there's been any updates. But for our jobs that are automated, we use this tool to automate our code and stuff to run. And I have some jobs that are automated. And for those automated jobs, we cannot use our personal Teradata ID and password for them. We have to use a functional ID, which is an ID that was assigned based on teams. Like if you're on a team, you should have one ID for your entire team. So I'm using the functional ID, and because I switched teams last year in August, I had to request a new functional ID for this team because this team didn't have one. So I've been using that functional ID since I requested it. I don't remember exactly when I requested it, but I've been using that functional ID ever since. I don't know if I forgot if it was like the order of events. I'm trying to remember or recall. I don't know if I got an email saying that like my job failed for my user ID and password. And then when I went to log in with my user ID and password, it wouldn't work. So I had to go to the password reset tool. And when I went to, they suspended my account. They suspended it. So that's the email I got, that my ID was suspended because it hasn't been used in 90 days, which I'm like, okay, how is it that it hasn't been used in 90 days, but it's used every day because all these jobs are running off of this functional ID. So how can you tell me it's suspended because it's not being used? It is being used every day since I got it. But okay. So then when I went to unsuspend my account, then go log in with that same user ID or functional ID and password, then it told me my password was wrong. So I went to reset it and just use the password I know it was. Then I get the error, you've already used this password. So how are you telling me it's not my password? But okay, so I changed the password, go to log in. Every table that my functional ID had access to no longer has access to run any jobs for any tables. So I had to open a ticket with IT because I think when they suspended it, like it shut down access to everything. So nothing worked. Like it just completely locked me out. So I put in a ticket with our IT team to get access to these tables so I can run these jobs, because it needs, like with your personal ID, you need access to tables to run any of your queries. And I can't do that with the automated jobs. My functional ID has to have access to those tables separately from my personal ID. And I can't use my personal ID to run these automated jobs. So I put in a ticket to get access to these tables. Now, why it requires leadership approval is beyond me, but it went through leadership approval, that got approved. It went through IT approval, or one of the IT team's approval, that got through. So now I believe the last step was going through like the database admin's approval. And I'm just like, can y'all hurry up? Like I want to set up these jobs to run automated again, because what I've been having to do is to run them manually. And some of them take a while to run, and that takes up more time. So one, I need to run these queries this morning for these reports. I need to get that done. But I also need to check in the status of my ticket. So let me see, because I haven't received an email saying that it's approved and my functional ID is good to go. Sorry for the long story, but that's just annoying. It's still pending approval. Okay, so we could be here it may not get approved till next week. This is gonna be so stupid. Okay, all of the work that I have automated, I can't really do anything with, and I can't have those. They're not automated at this point. I have to run them manually. So the first thing I need to do is run one of these. Okay, so yeah, I need to run I need to log into Teradata. Do I still have it up? Yes, okay. So I'm going to get this job started that I have open in Teradata and get that running. Okay, guys, so that meeting has been over for some time now. I went back into doing this Tableau training tutorial thing. And then I'm also working on my own personal Tableau dashboard with this performance. So now I'm going in, I've built out some of the worksheets in this dashboard, and I've also built out some of the actual dashboard pages. And I'm going through and checking the results, and some of the numbers look off. So I'm going into Excel and doing some of the calculations there to double check my numbers to see if it's accurate, because for some of these they don't seem accurate. And so I'm going back into the Excel files that has the data, and I'm just pivoting it out to see if my numbers align and match, because I don't want them to be mismatched, for one, or inaccurate. And I'm also comparing it against some of our enterprise numbers, and I'm just like, why? When I'm looking at, for example, comparing January to February in our market performance, all of the markets except for one, it's saying that they decreased in January over February. And I'm just like, I don't think that's right. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going in Excel. I'm creating a calculated field, because I did a calculated field in Tableau to create, because I have my numerator, denominator. So I went and created a calculated field doing that in Tableau, similar to how you would do it in Excel. So if you're familiar with that, it's kind of similar in Tableau, except in Tableau you can sometimes, depending on what you're trying to do, you have to create a lot of calculated fields in order to get one thing accomplished, which is annoying sometimes. So I have my numerator, denominator. I'm going to add that. I'm going to filter it by, I'm going to add my markets to the rows, and I need to add my month to the filter so I can filter it by month as well and see if these match. Because the data it should match. So we have 101.5. So let me go into my dashboard and see if that matches. Okay, I need to check. Do I have February? Okay, let me get my February data. One moment. So when you're working in Tableau, it's important to check your numbers and check your filters and your actions and see what they are driving, because you don't want them to be, you click on something, it changes a number, but these two fields of data are not even related. So it's giving the impression of something that a number looks a particular way and it doesn't. So that's what I'm going through and checking. And I actually, yesterday when I was in the office, I had someone on my team look at what I had compiled and did so far to say, okay, what additional information do you think we should call out or you think is important to show? And that's one of the things I'm working on, is with this month over month performance, they felt like that was important to show. So I'm trying to work on that, but these numbers look off, number one. And number two, I need to figure out where to put it. Right now I just put it on its own dashboard page, but I don't know if that's the best place. But also these other dashboard pages are kind of full and I don't want to just throw it in there and it's not related to those other dashboard. Well, a lot of the other dashboard pages, it's not even related to that data. So I don't want to just throw it in there. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to show this particular data. So there's that. Where is my data? Where's the folder? Where is February? So let me create, I need to create a calculated field. So I'm creating two calculated fields so I can compare them to what I have in Tableau, the fields I created there. So I want to show my values as a %. This is saying in February. Is this everybody? 10858. That was February. January. So I'm just checking to see. 10858, we had 1110. What's the, let me get my calculator. Where is my calculator? So in January, we had 11048, subtract 108. So about 200 less rows of data. So this calculated, let me check my pivot table. So in February, let me get my January numbers. So January, in my pivot, I have 101.5 and so it is down, okay, based on this data. Where's March? Equals this divided by the previous -1, down almost 6%, so that is true. Well, hold on, this has down 3%. This still isn't matching because it has 90, 95. Am I looking at the right metric? Okay, that's right.